Hey, it's Andrea Reed here, and we are going to do the stress reset, the organ reset, and fascial maneuvers for the head. So let's go. Take your right foot, cross it over your left. Take your right hand, place it on your left shoulder. Left hand goes on your right shoulder, pull in your spinal pelvic lock, pulling that belly button into the spine. With your right thumb, we're going to swipe 6 times across the palate from the right molar over to the left. Here we go. Rotate the body to the right if you want a little bit more. Head to the left. 1, 2, 3, and it's okay to press a little bit too. 4, 5, and 6. Release the arms and the legs and cross the legs. And just notice any pressure changes. I'm noticing a pressure change in my jaw. And as we walk to integrate that, you may also notice pressure changes in the hips. Because of the 3 different zones of the body, when we work with one pressure area, the other zones in the body are also affected. So moving now into what's called totally twisted. And with totally twisted, we do 3 types of breathing. The first type of breathing is in through the nose, out through the nose. Second type of breathing is called staged breathing. This is where we breathe in through the mouth and hold 3 times and let the air fall out. And the third type of breathing we do in totally twisted is in through the nose, out through the mouth. Here we go. Crossing the right foot over the left foot again. Okay, right hand in left armpit, left hand on right shoulder. Give yourself a hug. Just checking in with seeing how you feel in your body. And pulling that spinal pelvic lock. So pulling in the belly button to the spine, pulling up the pelvic floor. Slowly rotate the head to the left and then rotate the body to the right. Put your tongue in the side of your cheek on the left side and find a tight spot. And you're going to push in with the tongue. And let's breathe together, in through the nose, out through the nose. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Drop the tongue, rotate the body and head a little bit more, head more to the left, body more to the right. Breathe in through the mouth and hold. Again, again, and exhale, letting the breath fall out of you. Breathe in and hold. 2, 3, and exhale. One more time, breathe in and hold. More, and exhale. Looking over your left shoulder, find a spot with your eyes and lock onto that spot that's not moving, pulling in the spinal pelvic lock, head a little bit more to the left because we've created some space, body a little bit more to the right. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Slowly come back to center. Slowly rotate the head to the right, upper body to the left. Place the tongue in the right side of the cheek and press into a tight spot. Breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Drop the tongue. Got a little cervical adjustment there. That's awesome. Self-chiropractic care. So slowly breathe in through the mouth and hold. More, and exhale. Breathe in, more, and exhale. Again, breathe in, more, and exhale. Lock your eyes over the right shoulder. Rotate the head a little bit more to the right, body a little bit more to the left. Breathe in through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Come back to center. Slowly release the arms and legs, and let's walk to integrate the changes. As the body checks in and self-assesses as we walk in a circle or in a figure 8, and the body is assessing to see what stress no longer is there. We're diffusing Dreamcatcher today during this class. This is a fabulous blend. If you have big dreams, now I've got that song in my head. Let's do the other side. Taking the right foot, cross it over. Nope, just kidding. Taking the left foot crossing over the right. Left hand in the right armpit, right hand on top of the left shoulder. Slowly, okay, give yourself a hug, pull in that spinal pelvic lock, and slowly turn the head to the right. Upper body to the left. Find that tight spot in the cheek, press in with the tongue, and let's breathe. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Staged breathing. Breathe in and hold. More, and exhale. Breathe in. More, and exhale. One more time. Breathe in. More. See if you can do one more. And exhale. Ooh, that last one. Rotate the head a little bit more to the right as we've created some more space here. Upper body to the left. Lock your eyes over the right shoulder. Breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. All right, slowly rotate back to center. Point in that spinal pelvic lock again. Head slowly rotates to the left, body to the right. Fascia likes to move slowly. Point in that spinal pelvic lock. Find the tight spot in your tongue, in your cheek on the left side. Push your tongue into it. In through the nose, out through the nose. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Drop the tongue, purse the lips, breathe in and hold. More, and exhale. Breathe in. More. One more. And exhale. Breathe in and hold. More. And exhale. Lock your eyes over the left shoulder. Breathe in through the nose. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Good. Slowly come back to center. Release the arms and legs, and let's walk to integrate. Walking in a figure 8 pattern helps with the body and the brain to unwind, to integrate. It's that rotation, that counter rotation, that contralateral movement in the body. Whew. See what you notice. Notice what you feel. I'm already noticing tension releasing from the hips for sure. Okay, next up we're going to do anti-gravity. And so this is the third part of the stress reset. And let me show you real quick what we're going to do with anti-gravity. So we're going to start with our fingers interlocked, and ideally you want your thumbs touching. And we're going to place the hands at the back of the head, below the head, kind of on the back of the neck, base of the skull. And I want you to just watch first, and we're going to engage with the fascia with our hands. We're going to engage with the skin, which means sinking in to the system. You can set that intention, even if you don't know what that means, it's okay. And we're going to pull the skin up. So we're not pushing into the neck, we're pulling up in this direction. And intention is so important. So visualize the skin, the whole posterior chain of fascia pulling up from the sacrum all the way up to the head. And we are going to be breathing here in this position with our spinal pelvic lock in. We're going to be breathing here and rotating. It's okay if you don't remember all the pieces here because I'm going to talk you through it. We're going to come into a squat with the chest up, head up, and breathing and rotating like this. And then we're going to come down into a full squat. So if this is not comfortable for you, or you're not able to get all the way down into the full squat with the elbows in on the inside of the knees, then you can continue to stay at this position or in standing, okay? And it's perfectly normal if there are some challenges for you coming down into a full squat. In fact, I couldn't get into a full squat when I first started this, and I certainly couldn't do it with my feet flat on the floor. I actually had one tippy toe up or the other tippy toe up. And when I first started doing anti-gravity, I had to disengage my hands and use my hands to push myself up. So go with where you are, because this works regardless of which position we're in, okay? So we're gonna start with anti-gravity with feet hip width apart, pulling in the spinal pelvic lock, interlocking your fingers, thumbs touching. And we're going to place our hands at the base of our skull, and we're gonna pull that skin up, pull the fascia up. We're gonna look up with our eyes and with our head, and breathe together, in through the mouth, out through the mouth, 3 times. Breathe in, 2, 3, 4, I can feel my shoulders dropping now, 5, spinal pelvic lock in, and 6. Well, we did 6 instead of 3, but here we are. 3 times, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in, 2, and 3. Slowly lower the chin to the chest, pulling the skin on the back of the neck up, in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in, 2, 3. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in, 2, 3. Now we're going to breathe in through the mouth and look to the right. Breathe in, look to the right, exhale down. Breathe in, looking left, exhale down. Breathe in, right, down. In, left, down. In, right, down. In, left, down. Good. Slowly come into a skier squat. So we're going to slowly bend the knees, pushing the bum back, keeping the chest and head up. Breathe in through the mouth. Looking to the right. Ooh, baby. Exhale down. I need that today. Breathe in, left, and down. in, right, down, in, left, down. One more time, breathe in, right, down. Feel that in your quads too, in, left, and down. Okay, if you're not coming into a full squat, you are welcome to stay here or in the first position looking up. Pull that skin up on the back of your neck, pull it to the sky. If you're coming into a squat with me, you're gonna come all the way down. Bring your elbows close to your head so they're on the inside of your knees, and let's breathe together. Breathe in. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, and 3. Slowly come up, butt first. So your butt is going to come up first. Your head still hangs out down by your knees. So come up till your legs are extended, straight. Your butt is up. And now we're slowly going to come up one vertebrae at a time. Pulling that skin on the back of your neck up still. Whoo, slowly coming up till we're looking up at the sky. Wow. And take a breath in and let it go. Slowly release the hands, release the arms, and bring the arms back down. It's totally normal to feel lightheaded here. We are decompressing the entire spinal column while we're doing that. And then take a little walk. So we're gonna walk and notice what we notice. I definitely feel a little lightheaded. And each stage of that, of anti-gravity, works with different stages of the spine. So the first rotation was cervical, then thoracic, then lumbar. Okay, up next is the organ reset. Oh my gosh, this is one of my favorite resets to do. So we're gonna release tension, fascial tension from around the organs. And at the same time, we're gonna charge them. I'm actually gonna take my ring off. And we're gonna use our built-in tuning forks to charge some energy. And we're gonna use affirmations in this organ reset, because when we speak words and vibration out into the world, it helps to co-create that. So rubbing your hands together, you're gonna rub your knuckles together, each side of your knuckles. You can feel that energy. If you don't feel it yet, that's okay. Feel vibration in your fingers. And we're gonna start with the ileocecal valve. And so the ileocecal valve is on the right side, just above your right hip at an angle. And this is the area, this valve connects the small and large intestine. And so this area can get stuck if we are consuming a lot of glyphosate. The appendix is there, so much of the immune system is there, and so if there's an issue with this area, it can actually cause constipation or diarrhea. We want to release that. So let's take our fingertips and we'll navigate to the belly button. We're going to go 2 inches over to the right and about 2 inches down. You can do this on skin or you can do it over clothes. And what you notice is you just kind of press around. Every body is different. And when you find, I'm gonna actually do this differently this time. You can go to the top of the hip on the right side and the belly button, and diagonally between the two is where you find it. Yeah, that's fine. It's not ideal in jeans, and I can actually find it without my waistband there. When you press in with your palm facing up towards you, you'll notice that there's tension. Now, you can either press in and pull the skin up, or you can press in and rotate to the thumbs up position and then pull up, which is what I'm gonna do. Take your left hand and place it on your trap. Letting all that stress go. Standing with your feet shoulder width apart, shoulder or hip width apart. See, my right hip already clicked and released just with pressing this in. It needed that today. Maybe yours did too. Pulling in your spinal pelvic lock. Belly button pulls into the spine, pelvic floor pulls up. We're gonna breathe together 3 times, in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3. And if you choose to speak the affirmations with me, you can say, thank you, grief. I no longer need to hold grief in my body. I'm letting this go now. Okay, and then you can release that, and let's take a walk. Like I said, I already noticed a release down into the right hip. So up next is we're going to release the gallbladder and liver. So it's directly above where we were before. We're going to navigate that by going again to the belly button. And we're going to go just about 2 inches over and kind of where, okay, another way you can find it is if you go to the base of where like your rib cage meets, right? Where your sternum is. And then you're going to go a little bit down along the rib cage. There's different ways to find it. Oh man, mine is right here and is ready for release. So you may find a tight spot there already. So pressing in with the palm facing up, and rotate, pull in that spinal pelvic lock, rotate your upper body to the right, rotate your head to the left, breathe in, left hand on the trap, get our tuning forks ready, breathe in, 2, 3, in through the nose, out through the mouth, breathe in, 2, 3. And your affirmation for the liver is, I choose to release the anger from my body. I'm letting this anger go now. And for the gallbladder, I choose to release resentment from this body. I'm letting it go now. Slowly come back to center, release. I actually feel pressure driving up on that right side when I was engaging with the liver. Also, when we breathe in through the nose and out through the mouth, we're driving that pressure up, and I could really feel that with us today. Thank you, liver. Okay. So now we're going to go over to the stomach. So we're going over to the left side of the body. So starting again at our navigational point, central point is the belly button. We're going to go over to the left, and we're just going to, just under where the ribs are, we're going to pull the stomach over a little bit. Left hand on the trap, rotate your head slowly to the left, upper body to the right, spinal pelvic lock is pulled in. Breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3. I believe in my body's innate ability to heal itself. I believe in myself. Get a little choked up with that one. And release that. Come back to center, let that go, and let's walk. It's so exciting to release these organs because there's like, if you get gas or bloating or stomach aches, you may notice those are eased. Also with the liver, it can actually help release headaches if you get headaches often. So up next, we've done lower right, upper left. Let's go to lower left. And this is going to be the valve of Houston. And we are going to navigate over to the belly button, 2 inches over, 1 inch down, finding a tight spot. I'm actually going to press under the waistband of my jeans here. Yep, there it is. And if you're worried about getting the exact spot, don't worry about it. Just do the best you can. you're going to benefit that whole area by releasing the fascia around it anyway. Your palm is facing up, so if you look down, you see your palm, you can pull up, and or you can rotate your hand to the thumbs up position and then pull up. Left hand on the trap. Rotate the head to the left, upper body to the right. Breathe in. 2, 3. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2 and 3. You could say, I no longer need to overthink to feel safe in my body. Come back to center and let that go, and let's walk. And it's usually at about this point that I start to notice that my mind gets quiet. So we're gonna go over to the bladder. And to find the bladder, if you haven't done this before, you just find where your pubic bone is, and then you go a little bit higher. You can press in and lift. You can lean back a little bit, and the bladder will actually pop out into your hand. Left hand on top. Slowly rotate the head to the left, body to the right. Pointed the spinal pelvic lock. Breathe in. 2, 3. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3. And the emotion associated with the bladder is fear. So you can say, thank you, fear, for protecting me. I no longer need this protection. I replace this fear with confidence. Come back to center, let that go, and let's walk. All right, now we're going to work with the kidneys. Kidneys are on the back here. Adrenals sit just on top of the kidneys. So the adrenals are what power our energy. A lot of people, most people have fatigued adrenals. So we're going to supercharge our kidneys, taking the right hand, place it at the rib cage. For women, it would be like bra line. For men, it could be like nipple inline height. And you're just going to squeeze in a little bit, engage with the system, and pull down, pull the skin down. Then take your left hand, place it on the trap, and you're gonna lean to the left, and you're gonna turn your head to the right. And you're gonna take 3 sharp breaths in through the mouth. And this is gonna activate the kidneys. See, I got into overthinking for a minute. Do you see that? And now we're gonna breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in. Drop the shoulders as well. 2, 3. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2 and 3. And say, thank you, kidneys. Thank you, kidneys, for powering my emotions in this world. Slowly come back up. Drop the hands, drop the arms. Let's walk. And guess what? Now we're going to do the other side. So left hand on the rib cage, right hand on the trap. Slowly lean to the right, turn your head to the left. 3 sharp breaths. 3 breaths in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3. In through the nose. 2, 3. Thank you, kidneys, for powering my emotions in this world. Slowly come up and walk. And we're going to stay on that left side to release the spleen next. which is really cool because we're gonna go right kind of where we were a minute ago with the kidneys on the left side. But you're gonna slide the thumb a little bit further back so it's closer to the spine. And let's go ahead and put our weight in the right leg. Lean a little bit forward, look down, and you should feel the spleen in your hand. Isn't that cool? I never knew we could do that. Okay, so let's breathe, right hand on trap. Let's breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in. Oh, there's my spleen. 2 and 3. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2 and 3. Say, thank you, spleen. I no longer need to hold worry in my body. Slowly come up. And one feels emotional for me. And if you're feeling emotions come up during this, that's perfectly normal. In fact, it's very beneficial because our organs can hold stress and our organs can hold emotions, especially unresolved emotions. And if we haven't felt safe to express those early in life or at any time in life, they can get trapped in the body. And this work helps release that. Isn't that cool? Okay, so now we're gonna go to thyroid. When we finish, we're gonna do heart-brain coherence. And I love that we release the throat, that channel in between first. So take a hold of your throat gently in front. And I like to just kind of squeeze a little bit and lift up. And then you're gonna hold on the back. So you're kind of like cupping the hand on either side, pulling in that spinal pelvic lock like we do on all of the maneuvers. Feet are hip width apart. 3 breaths in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2. 3. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2. And 3. I feel safe to speak my truth. The truth that comes from my heart. With my words, I create my reality. And you can release the hands and let that go. Okay, coming into brain-heart coherence. Place your right hand over your heart center, left hand on your brain. Not on your brain, on the top of your head. But intention is everything. And when you imagine placing your hand on top of your brain, then you are. And take a moment and just check in with the pulse of your body. Can you feel the pulse in your heart center? Can you feel the pulse in your head? And just take stock. Just notice what you notice, and we'll compare at the end. I actually can notice the pulse in my brain, in my head, is going pretty fast. I don't notice my heart pulse that much, which tells me I'm spending more time in my mind. So let's bring some balance to that. And you can imagine a circle of light or a circle of energy going from your left hand to your right, and then from your right hand up the back of your head to your left as we breathe together. And you can say, thank you, heart, for holding all this pain and trauma until I was ready to let it go. I'm ready to let it go now. I can feel that pulse. And you can say, thank you, brain, for telling me all the stories. We're going to let the heart lead from now on. When you're ready, release the hands. And let's take a little walk before we move on to the next part. You can take stock of what you notice around you. As we release and resolve and remove stress from the body and from the nervous system, I'm going to keep walking for a little bit while I share this. Our senses can become sharper as our stress levels go down. So as soon as I opened my eyes from that last one, I felt like all the colors in my room were brighter. And while I know this through going in the training and hearing Human Garage share about that, I forget. And then I opened my eyes and it was like, oh, beautiful. Okay. So take a moment and you can check back in with your head and heart. Right hand over heart, left hand on head. Can you feel a difference? I feel a quieter pulse in the head and a stronger pulse in the heart, which is the opposite of how we started. Okay, now we're going to move on to fascial maneuvers to release tension from the head, face, and neck. Starting with a maneuver called peekaboo. We're going to be like peeking around at ourselves. So these names are so fun. Taking your right hand, so standing with your feet, again, hip width apart, pulling in your spinal pelvic lock. So belly button's pulled into the spine, pelvic floor is pulled up. And the reason we do this is because when that spinal pelvic lock is held and we rotate and counter rotate, we are holding that column in integrity and we're rotating around it. And that allows for greater release. So pulling in the spinal pelvic lock, feet are hip width apart. Take your right hand and you're going to reach around behind you and you're going to grab the trap. You're going to press in and rotate and pull. So you're pulling this way. You turn your head a little bit to the right, and what you can do is pin the ear against the arm to the point where as you turn your head to the right, you're actually going to pin this whole side of your face in, your cheek and your ear are pinned in. Okay. With your left hand, we're going to place it on the left cheek and we're going to be going in a diagonal direction, pressing in and pulling up diagonally. Okay. So turning the head to the right, pinning that in place. I can feel the anticipation of the release of this already, because what this does is we only do this on one side and it helps to unwind fascia that especially can get tight during birth trauma. So or head trauma, if there's been a lot of head injuries, which I've had, maybe you have too. But unwinding the fascia in this direction can actually help reset the cranial bones where they're supposed to be, which I'm laughing about because this is so cool, but I can feel my body anticipating this release already. So here we go. Let's pin that in place. Left hand on the cheek, pushing up to the angle. We're gonna pull in that spinal pelvic lock, come into a squat, and move back so you can see better. Pushing that left hand up diagonally, and we're gonna turn and rotate so that right elbow is going towards the right knee, coming more into a squat, and let's peekaboo up around the left side and breathe. 2, 3, in through the nose. 2 and 3. Slowly come up, slowly release. It's subtle, but so powerful. And definitely take your time when you come up, and take your time to walk to integrate this. I don't know why I don't do that one more often. It's so good. Okay, notice what you notice. Antler twist is next. So I'm originally from Canada, so we get to do like moose pose. We're gonna take the right hand, and I'm gonna show you this first. Wow, yeah, I'm really activating the hands a lot now. I'm buzzing. Palm of the right hand is gonna go on the temple, kind of like where there's a little dip in there. Okay. Palm of the and fingers facing back. Palm of the left hand is gonna go on the left temple, fingers facing forward. Also, if you notice like burping or gas moving around or things like that, especially after the organ reset, excuse me, it's perfectly normal. Pressure is changing and releasing. So, taking the right hand and the left hand, right hand facing back, left hand fingers facing forward. We're gonna come in and we are going to squeeze. And as we squeeze, we're gonna make our face look funny, and we're gonna twist the hands, twisting the skin, so fingers are pointing up. Ooh, always get that right eye down. Let the fingers rest on the head, and we're gonna breathe in through the nose, out through the nose. Breathe in. My apologies. Breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3. Breathe in through the mouth and look up to the right and come down. Breathe in, left and down. Breathe in, right and down. Breathe in, left and down. Breathe in and look up. Come down into a squat. Breathe in through the nose, looking up to the right and down. Breathe in through the nose, look up to the left and down. In, right, down. You can make it fluid, move around how you feel good. In, left, and down. Slowly come up, slowly release. I have gurgling all through my body right now as all sorts of tension and stress is releasing. If you ever have headaches, or releasing all the fascial tension around the head in that way, around the temples. It's also setting us up for the next one, getting cheeky, because we're going to do similar rotation a little bit lower. So we're essentially rotating and counter rotating around each bone. So sphenoid, TMJ, around every bone. Ooh. Notice how you feel. And this is the point in the session where I start to notice my brain releasing all the feel-good hormones. Our bodies are incredible. Okay, let's work with getting cheeky. Similar principle to what we just did. You're gonna take the fingertips. If you have nails, you don't wanna get your nails in your skin. You're just gonna use the pads of your fingertips, and you're gonna press in to the jawbone, just right by the ear. So pressing in with the fingers facing backward on the right, fingers facing forward on the left. So similar as the moose pose, antler twist. So getting cheeky is you're gonna press in, so you're engaging the skin. You're not just like twisting, you're gonna twist the skin, kind of like if you were twisting a shirt. And if you have lotion or moisturizer or something on your face, or your face is a little greasy, it's okay. You just stop, re-engage, and try again. So fingertips facing back, fingertips facing forward, press in and rotate so your fingertips are facing upward. Breathe in through the mouth, out through the mouth. Breathe in. 2, 3. In through the nose, out through the mouth, breathe in. 2, 3, and you move around as you feel you need to. Breathe in and look up and come into a squat. We're going to go in through the nose and look up to the right. Exhale down, breathe in. Look up to the left, exhale down. Breathe in through the nose. Coming up, exhale down. And release. When we work on the jaw, because of the 3 different zones of the body, we're also working on the wrists and ankles. So you may notice less tension in those areas as well.